My name's John Rod, and I'm a music recording, mixing, and mastering engineer. Generally speaking, composers hire me, and I do whatever needs to be done. So if something needs to be recorded, we'll go off to a studio, wherever that may be, large, medium, or small, and record the ensemble or the soloist. And then mixing wherever the project needs to be mixed. I always say that I do either one thing or two things or three things. I'll either record and mix or mix and master, or I'll do any of those parts interchangeably. So basically whatever needs to be done, the composer hires me and I just make it sound great. We're seated in Clearstory Sound, my studio that was built from the ground up, and it's a great place to work. Working on film scores and game scores and whatever the project is, each project's different, and I really enjoy that fact that each project is different. I enjoy being part of the storytelling team, and I enjoy things that evolve over time, things that are temporal. My mixes are always different, and the music's always different, and the films are always different, the crews are always different, and it's part of what keeps my life really interesting and fun and enjoyable. When I was on staff at 20th Century Fox on the film scoring stage, in addition to working on lots of great movie projects that came through, about 12 years ago, suddenly game scores started appearing. And I thought, wow, this is amazing that they're hiring orchestras to do game scores. And I've actually ended up doing a lot of work since I've been freelance the past 8 or so years. I've done a lot of game work. I mixed a number of the Assassin's Creed scores for Jesper Kyd, and mastered the Call of Duty score for Jack Wall. And I do a lot of work on the World of Warcraft series for Blizzard. In the film production, it's really a collaboration in terms of what I think the score should sound like, and also what the composer, of course, thinks the score should sound like, but also what's going to serve the film in a cinematic way. I'm really passionate about what I do, be it recording or mixing or mastering music. And this whole room is built to be efficient and sound great and help me provide the best possible sound for my clients. And I'm just very lucky to be able to do something that I love to do. Recently I just finished working on Elysium, the big Matt Damon, Jodie Foster action-adventure film. Ryan Amon, the composer, reached out to me very early in the process. We went to Abbey Road to record the orchestral part of the score and then mixed all the score here. And really shaping the score to have the drama and the impact and the excitement that all the action on the screen demands. The film looks fantastic, and my mix of the Elysium score had to sound like $100 million because it's a $100 million film. And on Elysium, the biggest cues had 13 5.1 stem mixes, plus a full 5.1 of the score, and then a stereo fold down. The beauty of working the way I do in my Pro Tools HDX2 rig is that I can do the entire mix of a cue, the piece of music, and make all the 13 5.1 stem mixes and the stereo fold down all in one pass. And it's funny, composers always go, really? You can do that? They're often used to soloing groups and printing things off one at a time. But my workflow is that I can print the whole piece of music in one shot. For professional recording studios, Pro Tools is the standard. When I go to a recording studio, it's going to have Pro Tools. So my studio features a Pro Tools HDX2 system for going out into the analog and digital domain for using outboard hardware. And that way I can fluidly use hardware inserts for getting out to the outside world, outside of the box, and coming back in sample accurate. The beauty of the HDX rig, for me, is I don't need to second guess, will I run out of power? I have lots of power, lots of delay compensation, lots of abilities to put in as many plugins as I want and as many hardware inserts as I want. And there's always going to be the power there for me to keep doing what I'm doing, to keep sculpting and shaping and carving the mix. I think film composers and game composers and TV composers and all the people I work with, they're all part of a team. They're all serving a project. It's a very different world in some ways than album production. Today's streamlined and fast and efficient projects need the engineers to move very quickly and efficiently between cues, between different sounds, different setups, different workflows. You've got to deliver a great sounding project that pleases the client, pleases their clients, and makes everyone happy. I mix inside Pro Tools HDX2, and it's the only DAW that I want to work in.